Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
AstrHori. How do you pronounce that? AstrHori. 27 millimeter, 2.8, $126 Z mount. First of all, I want to thank AstrHori for sending me this nice little APS-C lens. So that's about a 40 millimeter equivalent full frame focal length. All right, but you're paying 126 bucks. Is it any good? And how does it compare to the 40 mil full frame Nikon offering, right? Well, it's an APS-C, so let's see its strengths and its weaknesses.
When I opened this lens up, my very first impressions was it's small, light, it looks really cool, modern. And my second thought was, how well does this lens shoot? For being 126 bucks, I wasn't expecting too much. Let's look at the body itself. The front element, it's small. The sides here, it says Z mount 27 2.8. Here's the rear, it's got a metal mount, which is a good thing. When I first started shooting with this lens, I didn't know that front part was a focus ring. I was pleasantly surprised. It feels smooth. Here's a look at the rear cap it comes with. It's got a 39 millimeter filter thread, and you can update the firmware via USB-C with a cable here right on the side of the lens. It's got a really cool connection right on the side, as you could see. I was actually surprised that we're getting a metal mount here with this lens. I thought it would be a plastic mount, but it looks like it's metal. It doesn't look like it's weather sealed, but that's okay. Here's another look at the front element of this AstrHori 27 millimeter lens. How about the front cap? That's what the front cap looks like. It's got a USB-C cable that it comes with, rear and front caps, a 1-year limited manufacturer's warranty. But you know what? Let's go out and let's see the way this thing photographs, shall we? Let's rock and roll. So first up, let's do some photography stills. Man, you know what? It's good to go on a stroll around the neighborhood and see what we could capture. The first thing I can tell you guys is I was pleasantly surprised by the result I was getting. Take a look at this first sample image. The images straight out of camera are very punchy, contrasty, sharp. So far, for the price, this lens is delivering. Would you say? Let me know in the comments. Now this next image, I'm getting closer to the subject. The subject is a piece of broken tree there. Look at the bokeh at 2.8 here. Now what I'm gonna do is this picture right here. Take a look at this picture. Pay attention to this one and pay attention to the next one. The next one is shot with the Nikon 40 millimeter full frame lens. I want you to see the difference. Same settings. I didn't change the settings on the camera. I just mounted this thing, the 40 f2 at 2.8. Now there's a few things I want to point out and the reason why I'm bringing a full frame 40 millimeter into this review. Number one, well, it's a 40 millimeter equivalent focal length, the AstrHori is, but I want to see the difference. The difference what we get when we shoot Nikon and a crop sensor third-party lens. Now I'm going to roll some side-by-side comparisons here so we can really look at the AstrHori and the Nikon FX, DX, same settings, same everything here. My observation is that the AstrHori wide open is giving me a little bit of a swirly bokeh effect, but also with full frame lenses you get more bokeh, you get more background blur because it's a full frame sensor. Now just to be clear, I was standing in the same position, the same place when I was swapping out lenses. That's all I did was swap out lenses and shoot the next shot.
But you see what's interesting over here? How well does it compare, guys? APS-C versus full frame.
In these next set of images, I want you to take a look at them full screen. So first of all, I didn't adjust any settings in the camera. These are all shot JPEG. Same settings, same picture profile, and I'm using the same technique, standing in the same place, just swapping out lenses and taking my picture. I'm not even adjusting settings. Now the next set of images, first the AstrHori close focus and bokeh test. Wide open 2.8 close focus on the Starbucks cup. Let's switch out the lens of the Nikon. This is 2.8 close focus. Look at the background blur. Now let's go f2 though, because this lens is f2. There you go, wide open. Look at the difference from 2.8 to f2. Enjoy the rest of the images shot exclusively with the AstrHori.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies. Na 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 na. Yeah. How about we do some video clips with this AstrHori? AstrHori. Robert Ory. Who remembers Robert Ory? Ah. A T-Rex behind me, guys. Hey guys, I hear live drums. Let's go check it out. Someone's jamming. Oh, it's this way. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Rock and roll. That's a Slingerland. That's nice. That was cool. Let's see how well it captures video. Let's also do a little autofocus test.
All right, video clip time. Let's rock and roll it like we're doing that lens. Okay, first up, we're doing the AstrHori 27mm. We're shooting this video 4K 30. Let's switch it now to the Nikon. Shoot the same clip with IBIS on both cameras, handheld, full frame versus crop sensor lens, third-party lens. Again, remember, I'm standing in the same spot, just switching out lenses. Now, this is a focus test with the focus point. What I'm doing is I'm dragging it to left to right. I want you to see the smoothness on each lens and see how well the focus shifts automatically. And let's go ahead and switch it to the crop sensor lens we're reviewing. The AstrHori right here kind of struggled when I was, see where the squirrel is? It kind of struggled when I was pointing it to the left. It kind of like jittered just a little bit. It's not a big deal, but the Nikon lens was a little smoother, as you could see here. Now take a look at the bokeh here, wide open. It's very sharp when doing video, and I really like the background blur this little lens produces. In close focus distance, I'm at about 8 or 9 inches away from this tree that I'm focused on. Now let's do a bokeh test, bokeh ball test. As you can see here, wide open, doing video clips of these cars coming in through my mirror. I just wanted to see the shape of the bokeh balls as they are coming closer to me while doing video with this $126 lens. Man, I mean, it's pretty good. Now on this next test, remember the detailed specs and the B-roll footage I shot of the lens in the beginning of this review? Well, we're gonna slap on the AstrHori right now, take out the lens I was using for the B-roll shots, and mount on this lens and see what this thing can do with detailed shots, B-roll footage. Now I'm shooting the 40mm with the 27mm crop sensor. It's sharp, it's contrasty, it's punchy. I'm telling you, this thing really surprised me. Look at the background blur, it's pretty respectable. Now let's do some magic. Let's do some focus bokeh. Let's make the 40mm disappear.
Thought I was in New York for a second.
All right, guys. Well, I'm recording video right now, a talking head portion with this AstrHori 2.8. I'm very happy with the results. You know, it's a fun lens to shoot. Yeah, it doesn't cost that much money, $126, like I said. But it looks sleek on the bodies of these modern Nikon cameras, both for photo and video. This thing did an excellent job going around shooting. It's fun to shoot. You know, it's just fun. I had fun shooting with this lens. You know, 40mm equivalent full frame on an APS-C body. It's not a bad lens. It's actually a good lens. So I really recommend it. For the money, guys, that's like 5 $20 bills. 2 full tanks of gas, or maybe less in California. But anyway, it's a good lens.
All right, guys, what did you think of the review, huh? Let me know in the comments below. I think it is a good lens for a lot of purposes. And I think it looks sleek. I think the design looks really good. And for that money, you can't go wrong. Z-mount owners, another option for you. All right, we're done here. If you want to check out another lens review, click the link up on top. Another budget lens review that I produced. This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagraphy. rock and roll photography. Rock and roll. Rock and roll.